How did the values and beliefs of Charlemagne initiate change throughout the Holy Church? Charlemagne was a very powerful leader of the Franks. He was also crowned Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Leo III on Christmas Day in 800 AD. Charlemagne was a natural-born leader. He came from a heritage of natural-born leaders called the Carolingians. Some of these Carolingian leaders included Pepin the Short and Charles Martel. Charlemagne was the leader of the Franks. This means he ruled the Frankish Empire. This Frankish Empire took place in modern-day Germany. Later on in the rule of Charlemagne, he and his family moved to Aachen, where he built a palace. In this palace he continued his great rule. While in Aachen, he communicated with other countries and got their teachers to come to his kingdom to teach his people. He also got monks to translate famous literacies into Latin. This is the Palace of Aachen where Charlemagne based his rule and centered his forces. He promoted education during his reign. Charlemagne was loved by his people. They loved him mostly because he promoted education throughout the Frankish kingdom. Because of the promotion of education throughout his kingdom, there was a great increase in book production. Charlemagne was thought to have promoted education because of his love for astronomy, mathematics, and rhetoric. In 794 AD, Charlemagne organized this council, also known as the Council of Frankfurt. During Charlemagne's rule, when he tried to get education promoted throughout his kingdom, he also had monks go to translate famous literacies into Latin. In 779 to 780 AD, Charlemagne forcibly baptized as many Saxons on the banks of the river Oker. In 772 AD, Charlemagne mounts his first campaign here against the Saxons and destroys a famous religious shrine, the Irminsul. In 773 AD, the Saxons attack the church of St. Boniface. Charlemagne responds with a major invasion of Saxony. Some people from the Middle Ages say that Charlemagne spent most of his time during his rule fighting or battling along with his army of ready-to-go men on horseback. In 782 AD, when the Frankish forces are defeated in the Zuntil Mountains, Charlemagne marches into Saxony and beheads 4,500 Saxons. After a 10-month siege, the Franks defeat the Lombards in the Frankish Empire in Germany. In 804 AD, Charlemagne finishes takeover of the Saxons on the Alps when the Saxons sneak up on Charlemagne and his troops. Charlemagne is said to have hosted more than 50 military campaigns during his rule in the time of the Middle Ages. In 771 AD, Charlemagne's brother Carloman dies, and Charlemagne takes control of his lands. By the end of Charlemagne's rule in 812, Charlemagne had conquered more than 6 modern-day sized German countries. Charlemagne dies in 814 AD, and Louis the Pious inherits the empire. The Roman and Frankish empires shatter.